Hi, this is DC here. Welcome to this video on Introduction to NTAG210u or mu NFC tag. And in this video, we're going to understand the memory structure and the commands. NTAG210u is manufactured by NXP Semiconductors. Now, this is what you're going to learn in this video. So I'm going to give a comparison between NTAG210 and the NTAG210. You can call this as a mu or a view. If you're from if you've got a mathematics background, you know this symbol is a mu. So what I would like to say is this is a variant of the earlier NTAG210. I have made many videos on NTAG210 probably a couple of years ago, and this is a new version of that. I will be using the PN532 reader writer. Again, this is also from NXP, and this reader will be connected in the UART mode. There are so many boards based on PN532 you can buy from internet. I'm going to show you how to read and write to these type of tags, and the most important thing about these tags are to modify the originality signature. So I'm going to explain this in more detail as well. We're going to understand the structures of the commands. So if you are coming from a programming background, or if you want to create a system based on NTAG210u, so it's going to be helpful to you. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Marco Roda from the company called Fratel. I can see this here. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Fratel Roda SA, and you can visit their website. In fact, I've been working on NTAG210 for so many years. I have no clue or never knew anything about this NTAG210u tag. So I got few samples from Mr. Marco, and it is those tags now I'll be using in this demonstration. So okay, thanks very much for that. If you are interested to know how these tags are used, probably you can visit their website. So this is the website. Looks like this company is using NTAG210u. You can see now what this what this company does, and probably can speak to them if you want to know more about how this NTAG210 has been used. So as I always do, you have to first get the documentation of NTAG210u, and also get NTAG210 as well, and you have to read this a couple of times to understand the differences between these two, and also probably it's not reading once, probably you have to read multiple times until you get used to this tag. Now this is the comparison between, in fact this diagram can fully explain the difference between the NTAG210 and the new version NTAG210u. Now I'll be calling this as NTAG210u rather than using the mathematical terms mu. Now if you look at here, NTAG210 has got more features compared to the NTAG210u, and in fact it's pretty simple and straightforward structure as well. This structure resembles very much like the MeFair, the ultralight tags. So you can see here there is no password. Now see, NTAG210 has got the configuration, and it has got a password, it has got a pack. Now these features are used to protect the memory from read and write. Now you can configure this NTAG210 tag to have a password authentication before any read and write can happen. Whereas here this the new version, the 210u, has got no password and no configuration. So it looks like you cannot prevent user from reading and writing these type of tags. So the only way to protect your data is by using some kind of a cryptography to encrypt the data stored in this tag. Now this is the comparison between the two tags at the command level. Now you can see probably now I just have to now just make some changes here, try to move these images and come back to in a minute. Now this is the difference between the commands. Again, if you're just a normal user, you don't have to worry about these commands, but if you are a developer, then you have to focus on the different commands here. Now the top commands, from the request to the halt, these are the commands which you will find in any ISO type A type of tags. So after that, there is a command called get version, which is present in both. So you got a read command, you got a read and a write, and in addition to a normal write, there is a fast read command in NTAG210. And if you look at my videos on NTAG210, you'll understand fast read is very good if you want to read the entire memory of the tag in one single operation. There is a write, a compatible write present in both the tags. There is a read signature, and this read signature here, because NTAG210 has a password, it's very obvious that it has a password authentication command as well. Whereas here these two commands are not present in NTAG210. So here what these two commands does is it allows you to modify the signature of the tag, and you can also lock the signature. Now I'm going to explain this in detail when I show you the tags in the software. So you can ask, okay, what is the use of this writing signature and locking signature? And my answer is it all depends on what you want to do. To put in simple words, so I would consider this as an additional 32 bytes of memory you got now. You can put whatever you want. So these are some of the highlights of this tag. Now there is no password protection, we saw, and the most important feature of this tag is all about the signature. Now the signature is modifiable, which is not possible with a normal NTAG210 tag. It's a lockable. You can modify and lock it so that it cannot be locked after that. So all new tags come with NXP values. This is returned when the tags are manufactured, and these are locked. Now there's a difference between a locked and the permanent lock. So if something is locked here, that is, it can't be anything, sorry, it is with the signature, when I say signature is locked, it can be unlocked. And if I say the signature is permanently locked, you cannot unlock it. So you have to unlock before the modification, and lock and unlock status are stored in the tag. Now what this means is, if you unlock the signature in a tag, that unlock will be there forever until you take the tag back and lock it. I'm going to show this in the demonstration. It also supports the permanent locking. So as I mentioned earlier, if you lock the signature permanently, and it cannot be modified. So these are some of the highlights. If you put in simple words, for me, the interesting thing about this tag is all about how you can all about modifying the signature, and this signature takes 32 bytes of memory, and you have got an additional 32 bytes of memory in the tag. So next I'm going to use the tag provided by Mr. Marco Roda, and I'm going to demonstrate. This is a pretty easy tag, so I'm sure you'll understand that. These are the two documents you have to get from internet, and the first one, what you see here is for NTAG210u, and you can see here this is of NFC forum type 2 tags. So I will not be speaking anything about NFC and NDEF messages in these videos. Now if you go to the page number 3, now you can see some of the applications of this tag. Now again, if you're a student, you want to do any project, probably you can get some ideas from these topics here. Similarly, this is the document for the old NTAG210 tag, and this document for 212 as well. The difference between these is the amount of user memory in the tag. If you go to page number 3, so more or less the applications are the same. However, keep in mind this tag, the NFC 210 tag, does support the password authentication.